The illusion of autonomy and experiences of relationships reveal the universal human condition. While these concepts are able to corrupt the understanding of relationships and foster false hope among the oppressed, they are unable to prevent the fundamental human experiences that transcend oppression. Mark Romanek and Alex Garland's movie interpretation of the book Never Let Me Go provides insight onto the transcendence of the human condition over the illusions of free will and demonstrates the depth of the human condition through relationships, considering the complexities of the human condition. The illusion of autonomy and free will can be fueled by the misinformation through unfavorable circumstances. However, the transcendence of the human condition is unable to be clouded by the oppression of individuals. Ideas of false freedom mislead oppressed societal groups into searching for loopholes that may offer them solace from the predetermined and unavoidable situations. Never Let Me Go uses the symbolism of art to represent humanity and deception, reflecting the fragility of identity and illusion of hope. Throughout the movie, Kathy, Tommy, and Ruth interpret art as an outlet of feelings to be recognized as people with unique personalities. This highlights Tommy, Ruth, and Kathy's resolve to seek purpose and identity. Furthermore, Tommy is later led to believe that art is a way of determining true love within relationships. This outlandish idea portrays the depth of the human condition and its ability to transcend unfavorable circumstances. Romanek and Garland perfectly capture the essence of the original author's intention for this film. Initially, this book was written 9 years after the scientific advancements of the first successful cloning of Dolly the sheep. This is evident within the film, however it does not align with the central theme of the book. Kazuo Ishiguro's intentions were to highlight the fact that when people know the time is limited, what really matters to us are putting right things that we've done wrong, and making sure that people we love know that we love them. Providing insight on his true intentions of highlighting the power of the human condition, Romanek and Garland were able to encapsulate this idea and clarify the true meaning behind this movie through the gradual drain of color throughout the film. The start of this movie contains vibrant and varied colors. However, through the progression of the story, the colors grow dull and muted. The scene on the right uses visual imagery to depict the emotions that are felt within the moment, as well as a drastic weather change from sunny to rainy to invoke pathos within the audience. Romanek explains that this drain of color represents the film's progression of school, farm, hospital, and youth, young, old age. However, this shift in color contrasts the continuous hope of the children. This scene is set on an isolated beach with a single-stranded boat. This boat is a paradoxical symbol that portrays a contrast of hope and hopelessness, and isolation from society. The boat is usually a symbol of escape and freedom, representing the loopholes that the Haitian kids are finding in the scene. Although the boat commonly symbolizes freedom and escape, the boat is shown as decayed and weathered, representing hope and fate, and foreshadowing the inevitable demise of the Haitian kids. Romanek and Garland are able to capture the essence of the true meaning behind the book and implement them into this film. The narrative highlights the transcendence of the human condition over the illusion of autonomy and free will, thus demonstrating how human experiences are able to surpass the oppression of individuals, isolation, and adverse circumstances. Relationships and communication provide insight into the profound depth of the human condition, revealing emotional complexity and resilience within the human existence. Relationships between individuals and society can have an extensive influence on identity, however they are unable to prevent individuals from experiencing the fundamentals of the human condition. The motif of relationships is constantly used to display the evolution of characters in their search for personal identity regardless of their inevitable fate. The dramatic and tragic irony of the situation is highlighted by the fact that Hailsham students were able to undergo the same human experiences that were experienced by normal people, regardless of their isolation and lack of free will. Furthermore, the song Never Let Me Go by Judy Bridgewater symbolizes the depth of human love and the fear of losing loved ones. Ishiguro uses this song to emphasize the close humanity and depth of emotion. Kathy's misinterpretation of the lyrics demonstrates a capacity to have emotions, challenging societal belief. The motif of relationships is used to highlight the character's search for identity and pursuit of meaningful relationships regardless of their fate. The dramatic and tragic irony of the situation is highlighted by the fact that they are aware of this future that they are destined to, yet still thrive for these developed relationships. The concluding scenes of this film include Kathy as she reflects upon her life and her relationships with others. I'm not saying that I'm like them, but I do think I can understand what they mean about looking back and trying to make sense of things. Kathy alludes to her relationship with the other characters, and reflects on the larger human experience of seeking meaning in regards to their short lives. Kathy proceeds to talk about many other questions that are brought up in a person's life. Her stream of consciousness displays the complexities within her thinking and internal conflict. Romanek and Garland are able to depict the profound depth of the human condition through the relationships, communication, and complex thinking processes that provide evidence towards the existence of human experiences within the lives of clones. Thus, relationships and communication provide insight into the complexities of the human condition and provide influence on the identity. The illusion of autonomy and experiences of relationships highlight the complexities of the human condition. Illusional autonomy is able to corrupt the knowledge of relationships and provide false insight to the oppressed societal groups. However, the human condition is able to transcend these ideas of oppression and misdirection, regardless of the circumstances. Mark Romanek and Alex Garland prove this idea through their display of an oppressed system of characters that possess the ability to have complex emotions, unfaltering resilience, and the ability to maintain relationships in a world of isolation.